In this video, I want to talk about my first time shooting with a Polaroid and what I learned after 10 packs of instant film. Whoops. So what did I learn? Well, I guess the too long didn't watch version is instant film is crazy expensive.
Can I get a price check on aisle 5? We have another sucker buying instant film.
Whoever started that stay broke, shoot film hashtag, I guarantee they were shooting a Polaroid. Now initially I was going to title the video something like Polaroid One Step Plus 1,000 problems or something like that, because that's kind of how it felt. When I started out with this thing, man, I took a pile of bad shots. I just want to take a second to let you guys know about the sponsor for today's video. It's me. I've just released a new project. I put together a set of 8 postcards. The set's going to be available over at my Etsy shop, and I'll have a link below if you guys want to check that out. That would be pretty cool. So after finishing the first pack, I found out that, taking a picture with a Polaroid is super easy, right? But taking a good picture with a Polaroid can be really freaking hard. But I was able to hop on Polaroid's website, check out some help articles, and they were actually really extremely helpful. And along with the support for their products, I also appreciate the little small details, like the little quips that they print onto the dark side cards. That's kind of cool, they're like Pokemon, you got to collect them all. And here's a fun fact. The film pack's foil wrapper reminds me of Pop-Tarts, which I kind of don't know why, because it's literally been like 20 years since I've seen or eaten any. And those s'mores, I don't know if you guys are Pop-Tart fans, but those s'mores, the bomb. So the last few weeks, I dove in head first. I had a stack of fresh film to burn through, and I shot this thing in a bunch of different situations. I was, taking it out, just walking around with it, and I even had like a couple studio setups that I tried out. I really enjoyed the app, and at first I kind of thought, all right, Bluetooth connectivity, is just kind of gimmicky, but after I tested it, I really liked the self-timer options, the multiple exposure, and all the manual controls that you can have. However, I do think there's a bug, though, somewhere in the app, because on 2 occasions I would have this open, and it would randomly cause the camera to fire off the flash and waste a couple frames. And speaking of unreliability, I found the meter in the camera, to be kind of off and actually underexposing quite a bit. Here's a side-by-side set of 3 images that I took. The plus is just barely exposed properly, in my opinion. And after using the camera for a while, I started to, get the hang of it, maybe get a feel for it, and maybe feel a little bit more connected to it. We share a lot of things in common. It's big, it's unnecessarily loud, and it's inconsistent. Kind of like my ego. Eventually, though, I did kind of feel like I was falling in a groove with the One Step Plus. What I did find was that higher contrast scenes with a little bit harder shadows resulted in a more appealing image. Flat scenes kind of appear dull, less interesting, and this was true for both color and black and white images. And I absolutely loathe using any on-camera flash, so that was no different with this camera. So I'll go ahead and show you guys a couple shots real quick, and I'll pop back and give you my final thoughts. So where does the Polaroid One Step Plus leave me in the world of instant film? Well, it definitely caught my attention. It was a challenge, okay, and definitely a humbling experience. I've since started reading more about the Polaroid lineup of cameras, and even the history, which is actually super interesting. I started to browse the bay and keep my eye out for possibly some SX70s. Now, these 10 packs of film have given me a boatload of photos, most of them duds, but honestly, I could take some of these photos now and I can kind of experiment with them. I was looking up techniques and different things that you could do and try, and I guess stuff like emotion lifts and a whole bunch of other techniques that I haven't done yet, but kind of looking forward to. So it's going to afford me that opportunity now. And if you guys have any suggestions too about what to try with some of these Polaroids, I'm all ears. Definitely hit me up with those. If you guys could, please share the video and maybe hit the like button. Give it like an instant whack or something. That's going to pretty much wrap it up for me. Hope everybody's well, and until next video, we'll see you. How to build a professional video rig for your One Step Plus. Subscribe for more tips.